There once was a cat that went to stream, and the name of the cat was the Cheshire Jack. The chats blew up their net, dip down, oh play my Cheshire boy play. Soon may the Cheshire Jack come to bring us smiles and grins and dumb. One day when the alerts are done, we'll start our game and play. Chat's not been 2 weeks outdoors when down on them a right troll bore. The mod team called all hands on board, get banned you troll they say. Soon may the Cheshire Jack come to bring us smiles and grins and dumb. One day when the alerts are done, we'll start our game and play. Da 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 da. Once the stream had changed the scene, Cheshire came to talk and preen. Chat said unmute to intervene, they'll unpause soon and play. Soon may the Cheshire Jack come to bring us smiles and grins and dumb. One day when the alerts are done, we'll start our game and play. A game giveaway was guaranteed, the Cheshire's mind was not of need, and they belong to the creator's creed, they raffled that game to play. Soon may the Cheshire Jack come to bring us smiles and grins and dumb. One day when the alerts are done, we'll start our game and play. Da 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 da. For the whole day or even more, the viewers came and left once more. One viewer promote mod said what for, said I'ma go stream and play. Soon may the Cheshire Jack come to bring us smiles and grins and dumb. One day when the alerts are done, we'll start our game and play. As far as I've heard, the grind's still on, the chat's still there, and the game's not done. Cheshire Jack makes the regular call to encourage the chatters, mods and all. Soon may the Cheshire Jack come to bring us smiles and grins and dumb. One day when the alerts are done, we'll start our game and play. Soon may the Cheshire Jack come to bring us smiles and grins and dumb. One day when the alerts are done, we'll start our game and play. Ah, there it is. It worked that time. Weird. Was that supposed to... You know what? It's fine. Hi. How's everyone doing? Welcome on in. Hope that you're taking care of yourselves. Good to see you. Kyoko, I know it's not 11 a.m. It's fine. Let's see. Hold on. I'm responding to an email of something actually kind of important to me. So let me, new void phone screen? It is! It is a new void screen. We did that last time. We did that on Friday? Either Friday or Tuesday, Thursday, something like that. Okay. Regards. I was going to play a different game today, but the dev never got back to me. So I'm not playing that game. You're scared to log into Minecraft. Well, we'll do it tomorrow, so it's fine. Looking massive today? Probably. I might be a little bit too close. Nope. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be, apparently. This is fine. Don't worry about it. As far as AI is used, sourced, and maintained in a ethical / legal manner. And people abuse said technology. Jade. Jade? I know that light works now. Visa Harbor. Resentment. Oh, there we go. Send. So there's this new AI out there doing exactly what I figured was going to end up happening. You're scared like it could be bigger. It could be. Don't be scared. Be afraid. Be very afraid. So but there's this new AI, and because I'm part of a indie group of game developers and stuff like that. Let me turn on some music while I'm talking about this because this might take a second. They emailed a lot of the people on the list, and I was one of the people on the list. And they're like, since you're in the game dev group or game dev sphere, we thought that this might interest you. It's an AI to make voices. He sent me a link to their website of AI voice maker, basically. new ways to do voiceovers, a better way. And in their words, realistic emotive text-to-speech through generative AI. So, looking at it with an open mind, I was like, you know what? Okay, hold on. I'll sit back and take a look at this. I even point out, like, you know, I'm a voice actor, so this is directly in competition of what I do. To be even more distracted, I'm always distracted. But so the thing that bothered me, like, there's a whole bunch of things about, like, how it's emotive, text-to-speech, getting better, and, like, how there's all this amazing stuff that they're doing. And you can control the pace, the tune, style, emotion. Excuse me. So there's a lot to this. The thing that bothers me is one of the things that they tout on their website. I forgot to attach the screenshots. Fuck it. Whatever. But it says that they have voice cloning. Clone any voice from 3 seconds of audio and add to your collection. That's all it says. And it says it a few different times. Why Koqui instant voice cloning? Clone any voice with 3 seconds of audio and start directing them. Insert P-Star's voice. Right. So, like, you can get, like, anything. And here's the other thing. Like, this is the thing that gets me. Like, you're looking through Script Manager, like, script imports and stuff like that, right? Like, it's showing you, like, all this different stuff, like, add a voice, edit the voice, and then underneath it, it talks about project management, script imports, team collaboration. And one of the things on the Script Manager is The Last of Us. So the idea being that you can take somebody's voice, clone that voice, say from The Last of Us TV show or The Last of Us game, and just use it. I have a problem with this. I also sound a little bit tinny. Hold on. I wanted to fix that. I don't like that. There we go. Is that better? This is better. Better, 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 better. 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 Better? Yes. Okay. So that's the problem that I'm having, is that you can copy anything that you want, and there's no ramifications for that. Now, he actually responded back pretty quick, because I sent that earlier, and he was like, well, here's the thing. Like, I very much understand the concern. There's a misunderstanding. I hope I can clear up. Not and have never and never will promote cloning someone's voice without their knowledge or consent. So when you use the app, or when you use the studio, that's the first thing you see, a very clear text message that makes the user legally agree to never do exactly that, which is great. Don't copy someone's voice, etc. Now, he then says, if you got another impression from my email or our website, please let me know what led you to think that, because I want to address that. That's 100% not what we do. Unlike other companies in this space, we don't allow our users to do that. So, technically, you can't say that he doesn't allow their users to do that. They tell their users, hey, don't do this thing, and then just they're on the honor system to not do that thing. But it alludes to the fact of, okay, so add new voice, and there's nothing. Now it does say like record or upload your voice, but it also says right over there to the side of that, record audio then upload audio on the website, on the official website. I should point that out. But that is not like So there's nothing about it that says, hey, we don't want you to use somebody else's voice for this. And they have, like, I guess some already available. Yeah, they have available AI voices, which is what it is. Now I do want to I want to play this for you. So hold on. See if I can. Use cases. This where it was? Video games. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so
voicing video games has always been a struggle, from auditions to booking studio time to the cost. But what if it didn't have to be that way? What if you could cast, direct, and record, all within your current workflow? Sound interesting? With directable text-to-speech voices that can convey sorrow,
an entire world gone,
anger,
such revenge,
ask and joy,
yeah, we made it through?
exude all,
such beauty,
or simply produce little to no effect. Precisely like me. Interested? Sign up to hear more.
So there you go. Those were some of the AI voices of the emotive and distinctive voicing. So, and here's another thing. In the when you look at the use cases, you have a spot that says clone. If no voice from our wide selection meets your needs, you can clone a voice of your choosing. A voice with the exact timbre, tempo, and tone of your vision. Again, no little thing in there saying, hey, or we don't allow people to use other people's voices or whatever. Now, they say when you get into the app that they tell them, hey, you can't do this. If somebody believes that they can copy any voice and they go ahead and pay for this app, what is really going to stop them from using someone's voice? And where does the line really stop for any of that, you know? So that's the thing. That's the long and the short of it. It's concerning. But yeah, I don't know. And he even reached out, I was like, I don't know how you feel about AI, but we're really hoping voice actors could be able to use this too, because then they can adjust things. And if you don't want to re-record a line, you can just take it and adjust it with our stuff. I'm sitting here, I'm like, or I can take like the 2 seconds to re-record the line. It's not that hard. And if I'm just flabbergasted. And I knew this was type of thing was going to be coming. I knew that this was going to be a reality. It's not surprising to me in any stretch of the imagination. We saw it all. We've already seen it with TTS bots, like stealing various well-known people's voices and stuff. So it is what it is. Who are you? Huh. Yeah. It's just, it's one of those things. And oh, no, I don't want that. All sound effects will be disabled. Yeah. Those things. Who are you? Hello? Someone just joined my Discord. I don't know who it is, but they reacted like they're supposed to, so I guess yay. Okay, sure. Oh wait, you know what? I bet Tap, is that you? Tap, was that your, because I know that, yeah, okay. I just remembered that you had mentioned how you were going to be losing your account that you had, and then I saw that, I was like, wait a second. That's probably Tap, isn't it? Alright, so we're going to be getting into Crimson Gray, guys. I also need to figure out what I'm feeding my kids for lunch. Wait. I might have an idea. Hold on. I do need to go check that because I need to figure out what they're going to eat because I didn't realize that we don't have any bread. So that's a problem. So I'll be right back. Give me a few seconds and we will get this started up. And yeah, good times. I'll go ahead and boot over here. You confused the streamer. Yes, you did. I'll just boot this up because this has music. Right? There we go. Oh god. Oh, is that still doing that thing? Hi. There we go. Why is that? You know what? It's fine. I'll be right back. All right. First day of joining, I mostly stay quiet. My thing, hey, I see. Why is that acting so weird? Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to determine why this is having so many issues. Okay. Man, we played this. Oh, right. I don't remember what was going on. Okay, so it's this. Okay. The next morning, John woke feeling the best he had felt in a long time. He had to remind himself that most people would be mourning over the 2 murders the night before. The school had the flag at half-mast and a class was canceled so they could have a special assembly about the incident. Oh yeah, that's right. We went out on a date and she murdered people for my sake or something. I don't remember. It's fine. It meant basically nothing to him and to most of the other students as well. It seemed to have shaken everyone else to the core, but John still felt good. Maybe that meant something was wrong with him, but he didn't really care. He felt like he and Lizzie were even closer than before, but when she arrived, there was a strange look on her face. John, something is wrong. Someone wants to take you away from me. Lizzie, are you feeling well? Please, we need to run away together or we won't have another chance. Where's my Kyoko? Kyoko is not yours, but Kyoko's right there. Also, risk of rain 2. I don't like 2 units. My classmates and teacher have different ones for what script to write. Oh? That's interesting. Like, your classmates want to write a certain type of script and your teacher wants a different type? This is very accurate. Kyoko doesn't belong to anybody but her. Kyoko, in fact, lends herself to me so that I can have a wonderful and amazing mom. I post the log lines and for people to read. I got you. Hey, minister. It seemed like she had become more unstable, and what she was saying must have been her paranoia, yet she seemed strangely intense about the whole thing. Just run away? How would that even work? I've made plans. We could do it, I'm sure. As serious as she sounded, perhaps this was necessary for her to stay stable. But doing something that wild out of nowhere after everything that had happened to them, could he? Would that just make her even worse? I feel like... Wait. Yeah, this is using that thing. That's fine. The teacher wants stray love because it'll fit in a short, while classmates want self-taught. You friend. Okay. Yes, friend, how are you today? Save. How do I save? Can't save. Can I save? I can save. Right now. Why am I... like how Kyoko's do it! I feel like I need to stay because I feel like that's going to make her, honestly, as much as it might help her feel stable, it also will help her spiral farther. My tit's not working. Okay, there's that. Did it break? Oh. There we go. Okay. It works. I think that it works with Twitch. I'm just watching Chesh get hit. It's fine. I'm pretty sure things will work, but I don't 100% know. I haven't played DBD in a long time. Me either. Nice tea and DBD after my devotional. Nice. Alright. So I feel like that we need to stay. I'm sorry, Lizzie, but no, things are safe now. No one's going to steal me away from you. Okay. The encounter with Lizzie dampened his mood substantially, but he told himself that he was still correct, that they had gone through a difficult time in their lives and things were better now. I did it for you. I tried. And main Jane, because she has a big booty. She does have a big booty. After school, he got a call to go to Mrs. Smith's office. He considered just not going at all. He wanted to spend the evening with Lizzie, but the note seemed urgent. When he arrived, he found Mrs. Smith with a rather grim expression on her face. John, I hope you're doing all right after the incident. I understand that the boy who died was a friend of yours. It felt like an eternity ago, but he realized that was more or less true. He shook his head slowly. An old friend, but yeah, it's hard to believe. Well, I thought we should have a conversation. It's okay, Mrs. Smith. Oh, it isn't still working. Why are you not? Well, now I need to just go through and fix things, don't I? Oh. What? Ah. Ah. If I get farther away from it, yes. I don't remember how to do this. I'm just gonna close those. I'll have to fix that later. I'll fix this later. Oh. I'll fix that later. It's fine. Nope, you use your points. Use them with the discretion of you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't get anything. Nothing for you. No more for you. You trying to smash me with things and think that it's funny? You think it's funny to throw things at me? Huh? Huh? Is that what this is? You think it's funny, don't you? Okay. Okay. Everybody knows it's true. I have to find these things. Rage. You get nothing. Good day to you. Also, I need to clear out some of this stuff. Thanks for reminding me that I need to like clear out my requests that are just sitting around. Bap. Almost perfectly timed too. It was pretty good. When I get, I can do that when I get my laptop later. I don't want to like, so one of the fun things I've discovered is that if you don't clear out the throw requests, whenever you complete it, it throws all of the stuff at you simultaneously. From what I understand. Probably. I didn't know if you like them cleared or not. I mean, it bothers me a little bit. But I also have started ignoring their existence as well. So I just tend to leave it. And then I'll get to a point where I'm like, huh, I should really remove all of these. I queue up 10 or more and let them rip. Currently I have 130 of the super throws queued, technically. I've just been sitting there for like over a year. No what? There's all that. Why would you ruin your follow streak? Rude. Don't make me unfollow. It just takes 2 clicks. Wait, what's going on? What is what? Huh? Release the super throw. It won't release. If I redeem it, it's not going to do anything. Oh. There we go. We did Bramble. Proto Droid Delta. I forgot about that. I need to figure that out. Cool. Alright. Technically, you got your super throw when he was editing, right? I mean, that was just like Ultima, I guess. Too many requests. Yeah, probably. There are other students who probably need help more than I do. I'm afraid I must insist. Lie down. He almost defied her then, but in the end decided to do as she asked. Therapy sessions always made him feel better. He couldn't hurt. No reason to draw attention to himself or Lizzie after all. Right? What do you want to talk to me about? My feelings about the incident? We all need help somehow. No, there's no time for that today, huh? I need you to relax immediately. John began to settle back into the couch, letting her words become a meaningless hum. For the first time, he realized how wrong that was. He lay there, apparently relaxed, as he tried to think back to their past therapy sessions. The more he thought about them, the more he realized an ominous pattern. He could barely remember any details. They would chat for a while, then the rest of their session was just a white haze. Ready? I need you to remain calm and come with me. She spoke flatly, as if she expected he to be obeyed without question. What was this, some sort of hypnosis? Well? Realizing she might get upset, John slowly got to his feet. He wasn't sure how he was supposed to act, but he settled for straightforward obedience. Delayed response. Have you been taking your Paxatin lately? He gave a half shrug and just stared back at her. Miss Smith frowned, then shook her head and gestured for him to follow. I suppose it doesn't matter. All this is normal. You want to follow me and await instructions. John had no choice but to do so as she left the building, but inside he was panicking. What was he supposed to do now? If he had seen Lizzie, he could have begged her to follow with his eyes, but he didn't even see a hint of her, not even watching him from around a corner. They walked outside into the parking lot, where Miss Smith opened the passenger seat door of her car and gestured for him to get in. He stepped inside and tried to keep the tension off his face, instead just staring forward. They didn't drive very far, just to a warehouse a few blocks from the school. It looked half abandoned, but when their car approached, the gates and then one of the garage doors opened for her. Inside, there were multiple armed men in gray body armor. He didn't see any insignias on them, or any indication for who they worked for. Why don't you take a seat, John? He got out of the car to obey, but only then spying the blank white table and 2 chairs placed in the center of the warehouse floor. Sitting down, he tried to stare blankly at the table, even as he analyzed what it held. There were 2 metal briefcases, and just to make things strange, a box of surgical gloves. Remain calm, but focus on me, John. You're aware of your surroundings, but willing to accept what I say. Huh? Not the most elegant of lies, but it seemed to work. Mrs. Smith barely even glanced at him, instead pulling on a pair of surgical gloves. We brought you here for your own protection, John. I'm afraid that your girlfriend is not who you believe she is. Lizzie? What's the problem? Is she okay? I'm afraid not even close. Years ago, Koitek was an innovative company on the very forefront of biochemical research, but I'm afraid some of the company's founders were less than ethical. What does any of this have to do with us? Shut up, I'm getting there. Testing standards were rather lax. In particular, there was a certain test of a mood drug that should probably never have been certified. Dozens of lawsuits were settled for the families that suffered in the test, and that is right and good. Koitek acknowledges the mistakes of the past. Unfortunately, some of those mistakes were more enduring. 4 pregnant women participated in tests without disclosing their pregnancy. They were, of course, removed as soon as their condition was realized, but it was too late for the embryos. One became completely non-viable and was stillborn. There's conflicting evidence around the second, but it appears the boy may have committed suicide at a young age. But we are concerned with the last 2. One of them was the murderer who police put down last night, and the last was Lizzie Doss. Huh? You're saying Lizzie had some kind of condition? Early investigations suggested both girls turned out normal, so the matter was closed, but recent events made it seem very likely that both of them were deeply disturbed. I'll be blunt. The girl is not remotely stable. She's a danger to herself and others. Do they really think that would work? That he would just nod and accept that story with... guards all around them armed like paramilitary forces? Then again, perhaps she was counting on her therapy to have a controlling effect. Either way, all I could do was keep up his act. There was no doubt truth in what she was saying, and he needed to learn more. Then what do you want me to do? Why can't all your guards take care of it? John, we don't want to hurt the girl, not at all. We want to help her. We prefer she came in quietly. The implicit threat hung in the air. John swallowed and nodded. And what am I supposed to do? The girl trusts you. If you can administer a sedative to her, then we can medicate her without any unnecessary struggling. Mrs. Smith opened the first metal case, showing him a number of syringes filled with disturbingly bright liquid. They looked like chemicals that would melt metal, not ones that would go into anyone's body. If you are receptive to our plan, we will provide you with a variety of options. We have extra strength sedatives here, for example. However, based on the incident yesterday, I personally believe we may need a more extreme option. I would advise you to use this one. Her fingers brushed the last syringe in the briefcase, one filled with a bright red liquid. This is a modified version of the chemical that Lizzie was exposed to in utero. Wouldn't that be really dangerous? Her body can barely handle the level of exposure she already received. An additional dose should lock her down entirely. The right path? And you expect me to convince her to be injected with something like that? It does not need to be injected intravenously. Autopsy of the other girl indicates the chemical has a substantial effect on muscle tissue, so an injection into any muscle would be effective. Autopsy. This was more of a conspiracy than he had imagined. There's no time to reel from that now. John simply nodded as if this was vaguely reasonable. Well, I want her to get the help she needs. Are you sure this won't hurt her? Let me be honest with you, John. There will likely be some pain for her as her body rejects the chemical, but it may be the only way to ensure that she harms no one and cooperates with treatment. I see. He sat forward and held his head in his hands as if he needed to think, which he desperately did need to do. Would they really just give him the syringes and let him go? He doubted it. At the very least, they'd be keeping him under very heavy surveillance. Talking directly to Lizzie would be impossible. In fact, he had to wonder if everything Mrs. Smith was saying wasn't just a backup plan. It might be no accident that Lizzie was missing. Maybe they were looking for her. But ultimately, he didn't have enough information, and he didn't see any way of getting to the point he needed to reach with so many security forces present. Smith? HQ hasn't responded. Damn it, we'll just proceed with the plan then. No, it's not that. We seem to have lost our connection. Then this case is completely under my authority. Don, we're counting on you to end this without anyone else getting hurt. I hope I can do that. You can. I'm sure of it. Then should I? At that point, a radio crackled. One of the soldiers raised a walkie-talkie and tapped the button. What was that, perimeter? Attack. Repeat, under attack. Shit, directly? Alright, switch to plan C. Get moving. The soldiers rushed to obey and John rose with them. Surely it had to be Lizzie attacking them, but what did that mean? He only got one step before two soldiers grabbed his arms and forced him back down into the chair. He struggled, but they were adults and far stronger than he was. Sorry, John, but it looks like you have to serve as bait. As she spoke, she opened the second metal case. This one held syringes filled with a clear liquid, one of which she lifted and examined. What? Mrs. Smith, what are you doing? This is going to hurt, I'm afraid, but if she snapped, this is all you're good for now. He tried to struggle even harder, but the soldiers had gotten him strapped into the chair. Bound in place, he was helpless to do anything but watch as Mrs. Smith approached with a needle. Before he could do anything to stop her, she injected it straight into the vein on his arm, and the pain was instant. His world went white and his ears rang so loudly he could barely see or hear anyone. Mrs. Smith was desperately giving orders and the soldiers were moving about, but he couldn't understand any of it. He'd never felt anything so painful before. His thrashing partially tore one of the straps binding him. Then he slumped down with the agony still washing through him. Through the pain, he dimly saw Lizzie arrive and slaughter the remaining soldiers. She seemed heavily injured, but it didn't stop her erratic, deadly movements. Lizzie had Mrs. Smith pinned now. She was saying something, but he couldn't hear her over the rushing in his ears. It felt like his heart was going to burst with every beat. Distantly, he realized that Lizzie was threatening Mrs. Smith, then torturing her. Whatever was said, it didn't matter. He fell away into a blazing white pain. Alright. He faded back into reality with cool hands on the sides of his face, piercing through the agony all around him. Somehow he managed to open his eyes despite the pain. Lizzie's lips moved, but he couldn't hear anything. He realized that she was crying and didn't understand why. All he wanted was for the pain to stop. He leaned forward to kiss him, and the kiss was sharp and cold. He kissed back for a long time before he realized that her axe had entered his chest. It felt cool, almost pleasant. The burning hot white all around him began to fade to darkness. The last thing he saw before it all fell away was Lizzie. He tried to say goodbye, but it was too late. Welp. I can see it. I don't want to fight, Kyoko. Can't we all just get along? Hope glimmers stronger on another path. Restart the game for a better result. Unsurprising outcome. Well, listen. Bad ending. Yeah, run away. Won't that just attract attention? No, I'm prepared. We could say the murder made us want to transfer, then go away and live safe from all of this. If you say so, then I trust you. Then we need to get away from here, far, far away. You got this ending too? That very day, Lizzie arranged everything, pulling him out of school and apparently faking the permission slip. She seemed in earnest, madly jealous, as if a woman would sweep in at any moment and take him away. John went along with her in a daze, shocked by how fast it happened. Lizzie told him to stay. The murder had shaken him up too much. Wouldn't let him see anyone, even Mrs. Smith. Other students were also shell-shocked, so it didn't raise too much attention. But when they left town in a car with supplies Lizzie had prepared, John almost felt like someone was following them. Was Lizzie's paranoia just rubbing off on him? He told himself it had to be that, because eventually the feeling vanished. They moved away, finished school, found new lives. For years afterward, John wondered about that moment. Had he made the right choice to support Lizzie, or had he just encouraged unnecessary paranoia? Maybe it didn't matter at all, yet somehow he couldn't make himself believe that. Perhaps in another life, things could have gone differently. Occasionally, he wondered why Lizzie still seemed so nervous about the entire thing. When he asked, she just told him that it didn't matter anymore. They were safe. As the years passed, she began to calm down. She still had days where she needed him to hold her tight, just like he had days where he needed her support. Despite everything, they were a normal couple. After they were married, Lizzie softened again. His coworkers told him he was lucky to have such a beautiful, devoted wife, and he was. He just had to pretend that he was the one with the enormous collection of knives. Oh, we got the ending. There is another path. What do you mean there's another path? Hold on. I've gotten half of the achievements. What else we got? Not like this. True ending. Oh. 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 Okay, so where did we save? How far ago? I don't... But... gotta start over and make certain decisions. I gotta make a lot of different things. Beg for release. Can't take any risks. Blah, blah, blah. Da, da, da. A lot. A lot. Water? Be that strong. Make anything you like. Or everyone wants to hurt you. In the end, kind for every single dish. Your homework. If you need anything. Pick the lock. Look for weapons. Off from the stairwell. One day is worse. Something's wrong. And everything. No, I won't bring you. I can't. I destroyed it. You get the true ending, you forgot how. I think it's how you specifically talk to Lizzie and what you say to the doctor. That's fair. Get some for you. Lie about old medication. There's an emptiness to her eyes. When she went upstairs, she didn't leave the house, just paced around erratically. Tried to beg her, but she refused to answer. No answers, distract him. Adapted is best help. But, don't watch television. Don't listen to music. What about books? Nonfiction? So pointless. Alright. I did enjoy a few things now, thanks to you. Yeah. Knives, blah, blah, blah. Supposed to be... We should watch something together again. Rather make our own movie. One of those video recorders, and not to cut you off, but wouldn't that be incriminating evidence? I mean, it's not legal to hold someone like this, and your basement looks kind of suspicious. You wouldn't want someone to find it later. Aw, you care. Maybe. Movies, make our own, blah, blah, blah. Morality. And kill 5 people, you could pull the lever to switch the train to another track where it will hit only one person. Do you pull it? Who are the people on the tracks? That's not supposed to matter. It's just hypothetical. Random people, knowing you know. I don't pull the lever, I would leave. He had a feeling he knew where she was going to say, but I'm on the first track and the train's heading towards me. If the lever would make the train hit 5 other people instead, would you pull it? Yes. What if there were 10 people? The number doesn't matter to me, John. I would kill 100 people, 1,000. And then I would go find the person who put you on the track and kill her, and the train conductor, and everyone on the train who didn't help. Alright. Oh, you're sweet, but no, you have to survive. We're supposed to be together forever, but if I can give you my life to save yours, it would be worth it. How would you answer that question as the teacher asked it? I pretended to be flustered and said I couldn't pull the switch. You do understand how most people view this. I'm aware of how they think, but I don't understand it. What they think doesn't really matter to me. If I say the wrong things, people will interfere with my life, so I had to learn to say the right things. I did that with you too, John, at first. Because I was afraid you wouldn't love the real me. She's so sweet. I love her. She's passionate. That's for sure. I'm sure of it. Made things a little uncomfortable the rest of the day. John hoped that if he ever did somehow get strapped to the train tracks, Lizzie was the one nearby. Are you sure I can't bring you medicine, John? If you're not going to give me packs to 10, then there's no point. That displeased her, and he didn't really want to go down that road, so John cast about a topic to distract her. But I mean to ask you, you run out of Yandequel, right? I haven't taken it for days. I destroyed the rest of the days the day before our date. It was useful. It helped me understand, but I wasn't myself while I was taking it. Someone need help. I wasn't myself. It was like someone had imprisoned me and took my place. And medicine meant that you can never feel sad again. Just constant manic happiness. It does sound horrible. Useful. How everything fits together, but I couldn't take it any longer than that. I wanted to be myself again. Just want to help people, John. They just want to control them. You actually know something about them. No. I had it because of them. I never cared about her, but I saw what Koitek's drugs did to her. It didn't change who she was. She was always horrible. The drugs just made her identity obvious. You were still so kind, even though you were taking that drug. But they won't be satisfied with that. Some kind of conspiracy, just want money, cut corners, see clearly, huge company, none for the ethics, plausible. Oh my god. Look for tools. Managed to get around to the table, examining it. Eventually realized it was only stuck after enough effort. Got up and looked around. Be in good shape. No one brushed my teeth and straight. I realized how normal this bizarre situation had become. I believe it's been a week already. I was just thinking that actually. You know, we haven't done anything that we couldn't have done without the kidnapping. That's the point. She skipped in past him to the wall of knives. Lizzie held her arms behind her back as she examined him eagerly. We were together at school, even around himself. Normal, I couldn't have done all those ordinary things with me after seeing the truth. I wouldn't want you to be. Came closer, knife swaying back and forth as her gaze remained fixated on him. I want you to learn that you shouldn't be afraid of me. You know, I would never pick up a knife to hurt you, right? Lies. Well, maybe. You did stab me in the chest with an axe, not a knife, so I guess that's true. I want an answer. John, I love you. If love required you to use that knife on me, you would do it. Oh, that's so sweet. What? If you were afraid of me, you would never would have been so honest. Oh, I hear you didn't try to lie to me. Hope you're wrong. I would never ever want to hurt you. I'm happy you said what you really did think. You have no idea how much I want to do right now. Soon, darling, soon. Take a deep breath. You didn't have much time before your vacation, or what do you want to do? How to remove the chain without tools. Tactic, use other uses. You aren't worried I'll tell someone. That would be the best. I see. You're not happy. After all this, do you really expect my emotions to be simple? Do you hate me? No, I don't think so. I know, but you're gonna have to wait. You can't rush a relationship by forcing it. There we go. Right. Heard in silence and unlock the chain. I'm pretty sure I did that the other time. The teacher tried to make da. I was busy. Concentrate. Tell her the truth. Let's see what happens. No. John, why? Why would you betray me? You lied to me. I thought I could trust you now. While Lizzie had been focused on him, finally removing something from her desk, she hesitated when Lizzie looked at her, but then kept moving away. You can all. Oh. But her hand came up from her desk and a syringe, turned to plunge into Lizzie's chest. Ah. Alright. Emptiness growing in her eyes. You could have been happy. There's nothing else you can do. He stared at the blood flowing down his body with no emotion. Weeping, Lizzie leaned forward to kiss him. Her lips were strangely warm. No, it was just that his body was growing warm as the blood rushed out of it. The warmth increased, dissolving what remained of his thoughts. And it was very cold, but not for long. I seemed to be bleeding. Did that not get me anything? That didn't get me anything. That's unfortunate. Not like this. So I have to get one where she dies, I guess. Then there's the true ending. There's an unhealthy ending. A depressing ending. Okay. How do I get those? Snitches get stitches. Charm her. Okay. Cheat. Eat. Look for tools. Yep. Acting. Yep. That appears. friends. Bother me at all. And then just gossip. Hi. More of a pain. Oh, probably picked for a reason. Real friendship. Today, Lizzie opened up more about her thoughts on people. Okay. Yep, skip all that. We've been here. Look for tools. We've done this. The joints to the top weren't strong. Maybe if he stuck with a crowbar, he could bend it a little. Nobody rejected trying immediately. He had wasted too much time. There'd be no way to hide an action like that. He needed to escape just after Jizzy left. Closed the cupboard and returned to his seat, hoping the fact that it was unlocked wasn't too obvious. Yep. I don't remember this one. I don't remember there being that option before. Surprise gas, leaning to kiss back like she was trying to devour him. Maybe she really was. But I'm afraid. Afraid of me of this? I couldn't change. Maybe I did everything wrong. Oh. Could feel like something was different. Alright. Yes, sir. Use crowbar to escape shackles. Didn't have a choice. He couldn't come this far. He took a deep breath, pulled and swung. There's no going back. He knew he should check if it was enough, but no, he didn't want to. He's free. This chainsaw and trip rushed for the stairs. Maybe have locked the front door. Don't hesitate. Escape! I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna do it. Got that fast. It was locked, just as he had expected, and went back to the crowbar that made short work of one of the house's windows. Up to the yard. He was free. Byron wished he had thought to bring his homework, then realized he was idiotic. Didn't matter after all. Moving him down the street, trying to get his wits about him. First thing he needed to do was get further away from the house, but the second thing was to decide exactly what he wanted to do. The idea of turning Lizzie in sickened him, but she obviously wasn't well. Would she end up killing someone if he let her stay on this path? He couldn't be sure. As he half walked, half jogged, became more and more conscious of how heavy the chain was. He hadn't noticed at first, but it was beginning to wear on him. It occurred to him that he looked like some kind of stereotypical escape criminal. The police might be suspicious. Giggled at the thought. John practically seemed to glide after him, her feet barely touching the ground. Her face was completely blank, her eyes unblinking as she honed in on him. He shouted for help, but no one seemed to hear, or they preferred not to hear. She caught his sleeve and he tumbled to the ground. John tried to scramble backwards, but she stepped on the edge of the fallen chain and he realized he couldn't escape. John, why did you leave? Will you even listen to anything I say? And down to Max, ready to his surprise, he saw a tear roll down her straight cheek. This is my fault. We had something good and pure and I destroyed everything I touch. Depression consume him. Go on then, do what you're gonna do. I never wanted to hurt you, John. I would rather die. You don't believe me? Well, I mean it. I meant every word. Without warning, she let the action pleasure spectated into her own chest. John stared and shot as the blood began to spurt. Lizzie stared down at it without expression. And then she brought her axe down on his head. The blow went straight into his forehead and it was over in an instant. His last sight before he was gone was Lizzie dropping to the ground, blood gushing from her chest. And then he saw nothing. That still didn't give me anything. Man. Is there even a... Oh, yeah. Is this it? Oh. Great. Oh, no, this is fine. Oh, is this the way to get all of them? Oh, this is going to be a pain in the buttocks. Hold on. Is it this one? Oop. Alright. I guess we need to go back. We're gonna do this. What? Bonuses? Blah. So I need to 100% quick 100% achievements. Alright. So we're gonna also do this by saving. So hit that. Then we're going to hit number 13, save. Her expression was impossible to read. What she saw, was she embarrassed for him? Either way, then he doubted it mattered. Appointment anyway. We've already read that. Tell Mrs. Smith. A friendly smile. Everything okay? They're leaving things in it. What kind of things? Just a little notice. Making me nervous. That's right. The pen in his pockets. You discovered he must have left them back at his desk. Of course he would screw even that up. Hey, feeling well? You think I'm crazy, don't you? Shots. Making medication. I don't have anything now, but there have been things in my locker. Any more evidence taking action? The thread of the door is always open. You look like you need it. You can help him. Right. He felt even better. Things would be fine so long as he kept everything in perspective, maybe. Do I have... Yeah, a special kind of romance. Yes, I have that. Okay. My dog smells like nacho cheese Doritos. I don't know why. That's concerning. Why did you try to tell Mrs. Smith? Don't you like me? It's awful. She doesn't deserve you. And why did you burn it down? Because it was a stupid tree. You're so smart. You said it just right. It was awful and stupid, and I hate it and hate it. All right. Oh, that's a knife. Let her down gently. You really want me to say these words carelessly? No, of course you're right. So stupid. I'm so stupid. You never loved someone like me. Didn't say that. I just want to get you to know better, really. Get to know each other very well. All a mistake? Yeah. John didn't reject me. That's all that matters. We should be together. Why won't you accept my love? Why, John, why? Really intense line of conversation. Can we just chat? Tell me things. I want to know everything about you. Well, nothing special. That's not true. Let me see what to say. Lizzie really cared. Session was probably sickness. Talk to Lizzie is the next one. Get back. Change your mind. Can we go home together? I knew you. I just wanted to check on you. Are you taking any medication? Bad reactions in the past? And research in the library. Felt really ineffectual. He wished there was a better way to get information. There were a lot of options. We couldn't find and afford any. It was like Lizzie's. You read about. Oh yeah. Also need a save here. Rush to market. Stop reading about that. Just made me feel worse and stay focused on selecting potential drugs. Yandaquil and Nilazine. Bland emotions, which a lot of patients hated. Yandaquil had better reviews. Other than nausea as a side effect, it seemed to do a good job. Alright. And she accepted her confession. Not the cute girl. Let's go, Yandaquil. Wait. Yep. Sunday was a miserable slog there every second. Function whatsoever, worse for himself. His energy was back. He set to working feverishly on Monday's homework. He was ready. High functioning. John sighed and headed to school. Shocked not to see Lizzie, not even watching him from a distance, but after that weekend, it would be awkward to hang out with his friends. So, He ended up spending most of the day alone. Then I found Lizzie already there. Hi Lizzie, sorry if I was a jerk on Saturday. No, you're not at fault, I am. Wait, what? Part of me is gone now. It was dangerous, but it was part of me. All I want is to be with you, John. For us to be together, I would do anything to make that happen. Anything. I don't think I could hurt someone, not anymore. It feels so strange. Medication can make you feel strange for a while, but you don't like violence, do you? You want me to be different? He knew he should answer, but his throat felt so dry and his mind was numb. I'll change myself for you, John. If that's what it takes for us to be together, I'll change however you need me to. Is there a part of me you don't like? I'll get rid of it. I'll tear it out. I'll cut it away right now. I knew that I needed to say something to reassure her, to stop her from going down that self-destructive path, but I couldn't bring himself to speak. Stepped forward and embraced her. Lizzie gave a small, soft gasp and wrapped her arms around her torso. But she pushed into him, her head nuzzling against his chin. Stay here with me, okay? Please promise you won't ever leave. She nodded and she gave a happy squeal, but his mouth was still far too dry to speak. No, she's sort of stalking me. Casually, right? Stalking is an actual crime, you know. You should report that. No, nothing like that. Good, I assumed as much, since it looked more like that, more than that to me. Along those lines, I have to ask, have the two of you been intimate? How can you ask that? No. Maybe that's all. Glad to hear it. I've been rude. This week was not necessary. Now I understand how I need to change. I don't need it anymore. Before, when I confessed to you, you didn't give me a clear answer. Will you now, John? Do you like me? Lizzie, yes, I like you. I want proof we're more than just friends. Can you go somewhere together, somewhere romantic? Might as well. Why are you towing the door, dog? I'm so long. What was the worst that could happen? Please? We have a lot of options considering we have all week next week off. We don't have to wait that long. How about we plan something for Friday night? I need to get my kids. Skip. Alright. Next one is take her hand, but give me a second. I need to get my kids lunch. Okay, I'm back. You getting fries to snack on? I don't have fries. I don't have food. I don't have anything. I just have a naked blue machine that came out sounding stranger than it needed to. This is fine. Don't worry about it. We're just gonna take her hand. Eyes went wide. Ah. Please don't do this. Well, John, I won't hurt you. Don't you know that? Please. Finally, Sarah axed down on the side table as she moved forward. John watched it nervously, but relaxed a little. The other hand was holding a real threat. Cloth was over his mouth and nose instantly, and though he tried to struggle, he couldn't break her grip, and then the chemical fumes overwhelmed him. Yay! I'm so tired of fries and potato these days. I'll take your fries and potatoes. I love potato. Potato makes me happy. Egg! I need to look for tools. What it wants me to do? Or try to remove chain. Yep. Request hold medication. Yep. Look for weapons. Yep. Consider trying to use the tape as evidence, but quickly realized he didn't want to go there. If Lizzie had tapes of him, he could be certain she would watch them over and over. If she did that, he had a bad feeling she would notice his escape attempts. There would be some detail he couldn't hide, and then she would completely stop trusting him. No, for now he needed to focus on getting out. Alright. On Wednesday, we're gonna do nothing. About your interest. So you're studying really hard there. Maybe a little. If I don't do this work, then the teachers bother me, and I don't like that. Do you have a favorite subject? No, they don't matter. Well, maybe chemistry. I started paying attention because it seems so useful, and I guess now I think it's a little interesting. Useful, really? Learned how to make chloroform. Same with my knives. I don't need so many, but I guess I like them a little. They're wonderful objects. Beauty and functionality fused together. Kind of poetic. You actually liked it? I'm so happy. Alright. The rest of the day, Lizzie actually opened up about her interests. Most of them were a little disturbing, but he was glad to see her care about anything other than him. What? Everything okay? Everything alright. What's wrong? Smile. Yep. Yup. Where was it? Make something for Lizzie. It's fine. That's right. Yep. I'll try anything. And worried about Lizzie. Considered a lot of options. They all felt futile. He was basically in Lizzie's power, so he might as well accept it. He's trying to find a more comfortable position, slumped in his chair, head leaned back against the back, so he should prepare soon. Decide let him go, something you should do. Then you think. Blah blah blah. Wait, I don't have not like this. Okay. Move downstairs with a smile. John, how are you? Lizzie wasn't waiting for him at school. Around the corner. Hint you're worried about Lizzie. Emotionally unstable. What you said about earlier got me thinking. I'm not sure if I feel safe all the time. Still too dating? I guess. Form normal bonds at all? I don't know. Just think out loud. Apparently Miss Smith smiled and gave it back. That was all. I started walking. Oop. Before she could answer, several unmarked vehicles drove up right above the fairground. Men that emerged from their more blank uniforms that meant nothing to John, but immediately filled him with a sense of dread. In a matter of minutes, they were everywhere. The police were patrolling more seriously. The strange men had taken over the crime scene, and the atmosphere had become tense. John? We should go? Exactly. She went with him to his door and he kissed her goodnight, but they both knew that things weren't alright. Not yet. John's reins hanging above him. Difficult time falling asleep. Felt brighter than anyone in school had a flag at half-mast. Have special assembly about the incident. Fine, he had seen it happen, seen what Lizzie did, but he just felt comfortably numb. Surprised he didn't look happy, so no one gave him a second thought. And themselves anyway, received a note. Appreciate her concern. Until he got inside. Went through several bottles of Koitek drugs. Oh, John, glad you made it. There are a lot of traumatized couples in the wake of the incident. I thought I should do some counseling so no one makes decisions they regret. But thank you, but is that really necessary? While he spoke, he managed to catch Lizzie's eye. All I saw there was uncertainty, but she was hard to read. This has been too hard on you. I'm imagining it's hard to believe. Over time, it might actually be good to increase your dosage. Why does he need to take more? Because you have to understand, John isn't well. There's nothing wrong with him. He just needs a little help. That's true, though now that you speak up, Lizzie, have you ever considered taking some medication yourself? Your behavior could probably use some more normalizing. That's supposed to mean. I'm talking to her, not you. Lizzie, would you be willing to take a few medications? Yeah, okay. I was afraid of this. Without warning, Miss Smith stuck Lizzie's arm with something that glinted silver. He only saw a glimpse of what looked like a syringe before Miss Smith pulled back and it was hidden in her sleeve. The effect on Lizzie was instantaneous. She grimaced and dropped to the floor. Hi! Gripping her arm. John tried to go to her, but Miss Smith moved to stop him. You should stay away. She isn't stable. What the hell did you do to her? This was nothing but a confirmation of what I already suspected, John. John, I'm sorry, but Lizzie's not a normal girl. Shut up, don't say that. Hey, you don't understand. She was exposed to the same chemicals as the murderer last night. Without heavy medication, there's no way she can be normal. But she said she would take it. She lied. I don't know how, but she's somehow gained a degree of stability. Without any moral compass, that makes her far more dangerous. I'm sorry, John, but she needs to be sedated for her own good. Haha, a sedative? Maybe for you. Laughing wildly, Lizzie lunged forward. Her knife flickered out and stabbed Mrs. Smith's chest. The older woman stared in shock, struggling with Lizzie's arm, but she couldn't prevent the second stab, or the third, or the fourth. Stared in horror as Lizzie stabbed her over and over again. His mind was numb, completely and utterly blank. Looked up at him. She gave a tearful smile broken by the occasional laugh. I'm sorry, John. It's too strong. It's in my mind. Lizzie, what's going on? The drug she gave me. I won't be able to hold back. If I stay, I'll hurt you. I could live with myself if that happened. I'm sorry, John. I have to go away. Away? But do you love me, John? Yes, I love you, Lizzie. I'm so happy. I love you too, forever. And then Lizzie sliced her through her own throat. I see. That happened. Yes. What? John stared. Slumped to the ground, light going out of her eyes. He wasn't sure how long he stood there. Somehow, by the time they found him, he was holding her body and weeping. He couldn't feel the tears or hear anything they said. The events of the following days proverbially penetrated the gray fog filling his mind. There was an investigation. He was declared just a victim. Everyone offered sympathy that they had never offered before, and he didn't care. Everyone chose to forget about the string of murders and go back to their lives, leaving him kneeling with her body until the world was nothing but endless gray. Welp. Hope could move stronger on another path. Alright, so load. Unsurprising outcome is one that we got. Right? Yes. I don't need to do that. I definitely need alone. I got happiness. Right? No. Yes. Caretaker and completion. Okay. Oh, let's do this. I need to go back to save one. Yep. Leave a note. A small sheet of paper from one of his notebooks with thanks on the other side says locker. If this was a prank, I'll throw the pranksters off, and if it's someone who meant well, hopefully they'll just take his normal gratitude. At home, there's no one there. Then his note was gone. Yay. Yep. Almost too much. I took it home and I'll keep it forever and ever and ever. Realized that he was in way over his head. Yeah, his mouth was still moving, asking the inevitable question. Why'd you burn it all down? Cautiously say yes. You're a good person. Been there, done that. Talk to Lizzie. Done that. Talk to pharmacist. Nilazine. 2 weeks of Nilazine coming up. Try to help her rest, okay? Yeah, okay. He pushed very hard to get to this point, but he would never force her to take the medication. His father used to talk like he didn't have a choice about depression medication and practically threatened to force feed him. He used to do that to anyone else. Making an issue of it all, smiling, she opened the bag, took out one of the pills, and swallowed it without even taking a drink. She'd given the label a careful look, though. Okay, I hope you can love me now, John. I never made anything like that. Please don't. Doesn't it taste bad at all, so we can go on our date now, John, can we? Boop. You know, she realized she was definitely calmer than usual. Her sweet cheerfulness seemed natural, not manic, and she even smiled at people that passed them sometimes. Clearly, the Nihilazine without him. With him, the Paxotine had taken weeks to work, and whether or not it actually helped him had actually been really unclear. Susan was her own case, took more than drugs to cure a serious condition, knew that all too well. Okay. Just scoffed, considered taking Lizzie's hand, pulling her away, but worried about how she would react. It was too late. Listen to you, piece of... That passed John directly into his classmate's face. He caught a glimpse of her, and she seemed strangely focused, and then you could only see the back of her head. John is a good person. Hard to tell you, you shouldn't say unkind things about good people. Several steps backward, John was suddenly very grateful that he couldn't see her face. I've had a nice day today. I hope you all have a nice day too. Boxes were up. They scrambled just barely enough that they weren't running away. That's exactly where she had been saying, entirely still. Wanted to say something, but his mouth was too dry. Let's keep going, okay, John? Sure. Oop. First about himself. Hospital day while energy is back. He sat working feverishly. I've done that. Good morning, John. Are you alright, Lizzie? I spent yesterday thinking. I've come to some conclusions. For such a long time, the most I could imagine was being near you, talking to you, but now I see that's not enough. You have to be protected. I have to do it. Lizzie. What they said to you, it made me so angry I wanted to kill them. Then you'd be safe. But you didn't. No, I didn't. Because you have to be protected from me, too. What? Because I took the medicine, I see things differently. I don't like it, but I understand better now. I don't want you to be afraid of me, John. I'll protect you no matter what. She seemed sad, but so sincere. What was she supposed to say to something like that? You don't need to say anything. Don't worry. Please don't worry. I'll protect you. That's all I can do. Really good time on Saturday. I mean it. I'm glad to see you happy too. John is so kind. Too kind. I'll see you later. Completely certain what to think. Was in complete comfort. Lizzie was still carrying her knife. Alright. Yep. Showing him something feral in her eyes. He worried about what she would be capable of. Yes, we're dating. Need more relations to have been intimate? How can you ask that? What kind of question is that? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, how's the nails ain't working? Thanks so much for giving it to me. I hope we can find you some more once this dose runs out. Some drugs you can renew week to week, but I don't know about this one. It could be a pain. I know. I don't want you. Want you to get in trouble for me. Just help me, right? I want to be able to have more if you want it. I'll say I understand a relationship clearly, but I don't need it anymore. But it's so romantic. Alright, this is together. Yep. Just keep talking. And keeping the conversation flowing, Lizzie actually wasn't gained a lot even since she didn't talk with her mouth full and listen rapidly whenever he talked, but at least she seemed to be having fun. Had at her mouth with the napkin and sigh in satisfaction. That was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. That's all really good. Contain yourself. Elu sat right next to him, got interrupted, and he was worried to feel awkward. Lizzie didn't seem to mind. After a moment, she hesitantly slid her hand along his arm as if trying to take his hand, but too nervous to do so. Now we need to take her hand. And we save in save 3. To take her hand in his, she sighed happily, leaned her head against his shoulder. This feels so nice. Oop. Give Lucy those eyes. Was she born that way due to her mother's mistakes, or had her mother driven the wedge between them? The kind of visitor whose parents could act like the most loving. It's been negative. Painful thought maybe it would explain desperation for love. Again, bullshit. Even when people made up sob stories about his condition, after all. Check the next door was locked her jam. Probably almost ready. He wanted to be waiting for her when she was done. Wearing similar clothes that looked slightly more comfortable. John wasn't sure if she was relieved or disappointed. Hold on. I don't have a blur on anymore. Hold on. Let me go ahead and just make this real fast, because I don't want this to happen. Filter. Blur. Do I not have a blur? Not 3D effect, not face tracker. Wait, is that... Hold on. Is it? This. Yeah. Save? Yes, I wanted to install that. And anyway. Next. That's not where I want that to be. Yes, studio. Next. Install! It's going to tell me that I need to close OBS, isn't it? I bet money is going to tell me I have to close OBS. I like that you're determined for the endings, right? If it does, I'm just going to close it really fast. This is fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, wait. Valid? Yes. Oh. I didn't have to close it? Hold on, we're about to find out. I don't see it. Went to Aldi's for 4 things, left with 13 things. I forgot one of the 4 things I needed. I see. That seems not to have done well for you. Okay. click the shortcut? Add the following to the beginning of the target box. Interesting. Okay, I'll do that later. Alright, I need to restart